Hey everyone, well, welcome back to Classic Comics. And oh boy, you win some and you lose some. So this is X-Men number 3 by John Hickman and Lainell Yu. The X-Men, I just reviewed X-Force number 2, and it was not bad. Also, the previous issue of X-Men number 2. Not bad. But, this issue... Okay, let's just get into this. So, we start in the Savage Land. The X-Men have one of those gateways that they use to travel around to and from the island of Krakoa. The island that all the mutants live on now. And I assume you're following this storyline and you know about Krakoa. If not, I'll put my review of House of X in the description that kind of explains that. Feel free to check that out, and my other videos too, to get up to speed. So they have gardens here where they're growing some of these unusual plants that they're offering to the world in exchange for political autonomy. And then these 4 armored people show up through the gateway. And they're not supposed to, because only mutants can use the gateways. And the mutants that are here tending the garden are morons. And are just like, who are you people? Who are you guys? Are you mutants? Now, bear in mind that a couple issues ago, Professor X, some humans attacked Krakoa. And Professor X was murdered. So you would think the mutants would be kind of on high alert, kind of on guard. But no, these strangers just show up through the gate and they're just like, oh, who are you guys? Where'd you come from? Are you mutants? And so anyway, then they get attacked and they use this kind of gas to neutralize the mutants' powers and incapacitate them. So then we go to Krakoa, and the council that runs Krakoa, they say that, oh, we've lost contact with the gate in the Savage Land. So we're sending Cyclops to check it out. So they send him off, and Emma Frost and Sebastian Shaw tag along for reasons. I don't know why. As if Sebastian Shaw would bother doing this. I mean, he's this very pompous guy. He wouldn't bother to go and do something like this. He'd see something like this as some kind of petty errand that's beneath him, wouldn't he? I mean, it seems that way to me. So anyway, it turns out that the Savage Land has been invaded by the Golden Girls, basically. They're these old ladies. So I'm kind of guessing this one's supposed to be Rue McClanahan, or whatever her name is, Rue McCallaghan. That one might be Betty White, I guess. They keep saying this one's kind of a tramp, so I'm guessing she's... Or no, she'd be Rue McClallaghan, or whatever. What's the other one's name? I can't remember. What is it? B. Arthur. That's it. B. Arthur. So this one's B. Arthur, I guess. This one's Betty White. This one's Rue McClanahan, and that's a still getting. So anyway, yeah, and basically what we get here is we get 2 pages of old lady banter. And I'm going to read this stuff, just so you can hear it. Okay, so that's the last 2. Not much fight in them. I think these might have been the peaceful mutants, the flower children. All I see is soft, soft, soft. Given that, I would have thought the mutants would have had slightly more spirited security. Yeah, you and me both. What? No, I don't get social security. I said spirited security, Edith, not social security. Take your mask off. You can't hear worth a damn with it on. Won't make that much difference, Augusta. She can't hear worth a D word with it off either. Humph. You can D-word my B-word, Opal. B-word all the way to the store and back for your smokies. No, no more Smokies. The doctor was very clear on our last visit. He could see the signs, and the signs were very clear. Opal is off the tobacco. So now I'm chewing that gum. Can't say I care much for it. I don't know why you had to bring that up either. No, I don't know either. I don't know. Why am I reading this? Why am I reading this crap? You know, if you want to use dialogue, it's good to use dialogue to inform character and establish relationships and all that, but, you know, you do it in a panel, a couple of panels, maybe a page. There's 2 pages of this crap. Shall I go on? Okay, so she did because she doesn't have a nice little bone in her bony little body. And we know you get Social Security, Edith. You used your last check to uplift the green thumb. You know, the good Lord hears you lying. I ain't lying, Lily. You can only claim one person's benefits. And since my Walter had paid in more, his Social Security checks were bigger. So I get his, not mine. There is a difference, and I'm thankful for it. Good old Walter, the man did many things right. He left you for a younger woman, Edith. Yes, but he died in a car crash before he filed our divorce papers. Left that strumpet of his with nothing but a bill for the funeral. I wore yellow to the service, if you recall. I sat in the front row and I laughed my A-word off. A-word means ass, Opal. So, chew on that, ladies, and while you do, shall we pick some flowers? So, yeah, we're getting women talking about Social Security benefits and, you know, their failed marriages. All right, so, anyway, Cyclops and Emma Frost, Sebastian Shaw arrive. They confront the old ladies who are taking the flowers, and they introduce themselves as horticulture. Not horticulture with a T, but horticulture, like an army, like a horde, like a great mass of people. And then Sebastian Shaw tries to make a deal with them for some reason. And then they gas him. And somehow, even though they're old ladies wearing like this heavy metal armor, they seem to be able to get the drop on everybody. And they gas him. And then they beat the crap out of him. Finally, Cyclops hits them with his optic beams. But then they get the drop on him. He blasts a couple more. Then one of them's like, "Oh, my hip! You broke my hip!" And Cyclops feels bad. Tries to help her. Then she gasses him because it was all a trick. And they beat the crap out of Cyclops. And then finally, Emma Frost, who has just been standing around the whole time doing nothing, says, you know, what is going on here? Oh, okay. And then they spend the next 2 pages, no, 3. Yeah, the next 3 pages explaining who they are and what they do. Basically, they're radical botanists who think that the world's overpopulated and they want to wipe out humanity to restore Earth to a natural state. And because they're experts on plants, they're interested in Krakoa and all these unusual plants it has. So that's why they came to steal the flowers from this garden the X-Men have. And yeah, I mean, how long did that take me? It took me, you know, I could have done this in a couple of panels, maybe a page, but we get 3 pages of this. And then they leave and Emma Frost just lets them go. I mean, she doesn't make any attempt to stop them. So... yeah. So what annoys me about this issue is characters doing things that don't make a lot of sense. First, these old ladies are able to, you know, the Golden Girls, they're able to defeat trained, experienced mutants way too easily. Why does Emma just stand around and not do anything? Why does she just let them explain their whole plan and then leave? And there's way too much of these old ladies just, you know, jibba-jabbing through the whole issue. I mean, the idea of the villains isn't bad, but Hickman just pads the book with way too much dialogue that's superfluous. It isn't needed. It doesn't... You want your dialogue to, you know, yes, they're a little to inform character, but not... Mainly, you want the dialogue to help them, to help them advance their goals, move the plot along a little. The art's okay. But again, I mean, what little action there is in this book, it's not compelling or exciting at all. So I say skip this issue. It's kind of a waste of time. Okay, well, what about you? Did you like this issue? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments. And while you're at it, please like this video and please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for notifications of more videos. And I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.